Yeah, it's your boy Fist in his house, bringing another great edition of Call of Duty 4 from me to you, because that's what I do. And this is my fourth time doing it because my mic, for some reason, doesn't work. So I pretty much got it down, I hope. But I'm glad that you're here. And I'm not just saying it because I'm not one of those guys that just be, I'm glad that you're here and jerk you off. No, I'm really glad you're here because here's the reason why. Because I want to tell you about how I feel while you're here. A lot of people that I've noticed are coming back to this game. You know, I'm noticing that a lot of low ranks. And the reason why you're here and the reason why people are coming back to this game is because if you had a time machine, you could go back in time and go to your... Oh, look at the pistol. That's what I'm talking about, the Deagle. Just bring the pistol back the way it's supposed to be back. That's what I'm talking about. The pistol was like, and then I got sniped. But what I'm saying is this, is if you can go back in time to your favorite point of something that you appreciated and you could be there in the beginning, like if you could go back in time and be in the dorm room of when Mark Zuckerberg started Facebook, or you could go back in time and see Jesus as a teenager, or if you could go back, you know, going back to the original points in time and seeing your favorite whatever evolving, then you would do it because that's, you're curious, you want to see it. So that's why I post these videos, and then, you know, hope to have like people come back and check it out and see what COD was really about. You know, not everybody joined Call of Duty at Call of Duty 4. You know, some people joined it at Call of Duty 2. Some people joined it at Call of Duty 3. You know, Black Ops, World at War, whatever. The thing is, like, you like to come back and you like to see what put the Call of Duty franchise on the map. And that was the Call of Duty 4 series. I mean, this was the game that put the franchise on the map. And I want Infinity Ward, even though they do have a show, even if they do have a show of developers over there, you know, even though maybe there's some people over there who are conspiring against their own franchise because, you know, I mean, let's face it, if you're at Infinity Ward and you're getting paid X amount of dollars and you having a chance or an ability to, you know, stick with a franchise and stick with a company, or you can move on with Jerry Maguire and show me the money at Respawn Entertainment, but, you know, you got a family, you got kids to feed, and so on and so forth. And there may be some people in there that are like, yo, you know, I'll move over to Respawn Entertainment, but, you know, I got your back, and we're going to sabotage this game. You know what I mean? By, like, putting infected and shit like that in the game. Who knows what's really going on over there? But the people over there at Infinity Ward who still have pride in your game, go back and play Call of Duty 4 in your office with the rest of the people that are new there. Let them see and feel what Call of Duty 4 was, you know, to the community. 60 frames per second. You know, awesome game movement, awesome response time to the controller. These are wonderful attributes that, you know, I would take pride in. I would never let, you know, if I'm staying somewhere in a business or a company, then I'm gonna give it my 100%. You know, I'm gonna do the best that I possibly can. And that's, you know, that's what I want to tell people. I'm like, listen, I don't really care about other games. You know, I'm not gonna try to pretend to like other games that are not good. I'm not gonna pretend to like games that don't move, you know, with big size characters or big font, you know, or big HD front edge 60 frames per second, you know, enjoyment that I get out of the screen. I'm not gonna trick myself just because of, you know, what people say or think. If I don't like the game and it doesn't run right and it doesn't feel good and all of the above, then I'm not gonna fall for it. I'm not gonna do it just because, you know, everybody else. I didn't jump on Minecraft bandwagon I could have jumped on the Minecraft bandwagon as soon as CNanners did a video. I didn't do that because that's not what I want to play. I wanted to play Call of Duty. So I didn't front like I don't jump on every single game that comes out and be like, yo, watch my video. So, you know, if anything, I do one video, and if it's good, then I'll stick with it. If it's not good, then I just move on. That's how you know. So, you know, I'm always willing to give a game a shot. You know, I look at it, I check it out. If it's, you know, not my cup of tea, then I'll let you know. But, you know, people ask me, you know, they always come up with these dumbass excuses like, why didn't you just play another game? Well, give me a game that's fucking dope. Tell me a game that's good. You know, I went from shooting games. I mean, I went from the PC. I came from the PC. Let's get that out of the way. I played Diablo. I had an Amiga 2000. Eye of the Beholder, Dungeons and Dragons. You know, that was my very first computer. I had the Amiga 2000. And you know, I always played games like F-117A. I mean, there's so many computer games that I played. And then you know, the last game that I played was Diablo 2. I mean, just it was an epic game. The trading post was epic. You know, I loved it. Then I moved on to Madden because I played Madden. I was Sega Genesis. I played hockey there. I mean, I played all the systems. You know, I played PS2, Mortal Kombat, all my Mortal Kombat on PS2. You know, PS2 took too long. I moved to Xbox. Then that's when I picked up first-person shooters. I picked up Xbox, the original Xbox. The first-person shooter I played was 13. It was a cartoon shooter. It was great. I loved it. Smoked Down, played that every single day. It was a hot game. And then, you know, it was really, you know, it was, you know, Xbox was trying to make its way back then. And Microsoft put the money behind the marketing of Halo, and that's the only reason that game exploded like it did. That's the only reason. You know, there's other games that were just as good as Halo. Pariah. I mean, Pariah was a superb game. Project Snowblind 2. That was an excellent game. Those games all got snuffed because back then they didn't have the money in advertising like they do now. So this is the thing. When you got a great game like this game put, you know, I mean, I tell you what happened. It was Call of Duty 4 beta, and Battlefield Bad Company, or Battlefield Modern Combat 2, ported from the original Xbox over to the new Xbox, and that was, you know, the original the new Xbox had Call of Duty 2 that came with it. So, you know, a lot of people, you know, PS2 wasn't coming out with nothing, so everybody jumped on the Xbox, and the Call of Duty 2 was the first game that came out. And that was it. That was the end of the story. And then when Call of Duty 4 was coming out, everybody wanted that beta so bad. First wave, got into it. And then we were thinking, myself and NASA was in between. We were like, yo, is it going to be this game, or is it going to be Battlefield 3? And they totally blundered it. EA had an opportunity to capture the whole market away from Activision a long time ago, and then they came out with some fucking shit crap, the worst game ever, Battlefield Bad Company, trying to be funny and shit, totally disconnected with westernized gaming, and failed, and keeps failing. The only reason they're afloat, look at THQ went out of business, is because they're shareholders. God, they're so horrible. They don't get it. Anyways, that's the thing, going back and enjoying vintage games. Look at that, all noobs on my team against some good players. But going back and looking at the beginning and looking how beautiful the start was of this game for its notoriety towards the, you know, getting it going. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video. It's your boy Fizz. Peace. I'm out.